Alright guys, Draginath here with a battle with Sagitar, a very dear friend of mine from Clan Deity. Um, we just wanted to have a fun match, so we did a double metronome battle. Um, I've never done a metronome battle, so I'm not really sure what to expect, but I know it's going to be some chaos, so let's see what happens. We're actually using the exact same Pokemon, the same EVs and everything, so there's a speed tie here. And my plus went first, so I set up my metronome, and you saw what happened. It's kind of going by very quickly because I can't really keep up because so much is going on at one time. But you see what happens. One of a key thing was my mine and getting a mud slap on his plus will come to help me in the future, as you see, because I lowered his accuracy, and that helped. Well, you see later on in the match. But anyway, we keep this going. We're not really doing that much damage, especially with attacking moves, because Plusle and Minun don't really hit very hard. But anyway, I get a Hydro Cannon, which is very nice for me, because I managed to almost take out his Minun, and I thought I'd get the first kill of the match. But then, my Minun gets a Sheer Cold, and I miss. That would have been pretty funny if I had actually hit with Sheer Cold, but, you know, whatever. It's just for fun. He air cutters me, it doesn't really do much. I get a reflect up, which is very nice for me. That's gonna help me out a whole lot because Plusle and Minun have pretty wimpy defenses, and extra barrier is gonna help. I get Fling on my Minun, and I throw my item Metronome, even though it wasn't really helping me out that much, but you know, it did alright damage. I'm actually getting a lot of flying moves, which is hilarious. But whatever. I got a Synthesis, which is nice too. And he smokescreened me, which sucks. Yeah, this is just a fun match. Sagitar and me go way back. He's actually the one who I give credit for helping me out with my infamous Rain team. That's going 40-5 right now, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, and it's even cooler now that I figure out that he lives in the same state as I do. I'm gonna have to visit him sometime, but whatever. Back to the action. He gets a Fling too and throws his what is it, Metronome, and I get an Eruption, and that's definitely gonna take out his Pokemon. He brings in his Clefable. I know that thing's gonna be relatively difficult to take down, and it's hacked, so it has download on it, which raised its attack. That was a key play right there. My Plusle got imprisoned, so every move that his and my Pokemon share, his Pokemon can't use it. So since this is a Metronome battle, that kind of cripples him because he can't use Metronome at all, so he's forced to struggle. And that's going to happen as long as Plusle's alive. And if Plusle had a little bit more health, it would have been pretty beast, because I was just laughing to myself when I saw that, because they're forced to struggle and they're hurting themselves in the process. But anyway, it's rather short-lived, but it helped out a little bit because my Plusle goes down. So I decided to bring in my Kecleon. His Ambipom gets a heal order, which was somewhat annoying, and I get an Arm Thrust. It's not going to do much, but it's small damage, and that's always nice. It adds up. He hits me with an Iron Head, and Color changes me to Steel type, which I would think would come in handy in the future because it would give me extra stab if I happen to get something, and it will give me some resistances, but whatever. He hit me with Aqua Tail, and I become Water type, and I hit him with a Power Gem. It doesn't really do anything. He gets a useless Encore, and I get a pretty useless Dragon Dance. I don't think it really ended up helping me at all because I die from an Outrage. And I get a useless Miracle Eye too, which is sucky, but at least the hacking and stuff and poor luck is spread pretty evenly. I bring in my Ambipom, and his wins the speed tie, and he gets an Ingrain, which sucks. And I get a nice move of Sacred Fire, but Amipom's special attack sucks, so it doesn't really do much, but the free burn is always nice. I get a scary face, and that would have been really handy if it had actually gone into Amipom rather than the Clefable, because Clefable's already slow. And then to add some more salt to the wound, his Amipom gets a soft boiled and heals up, and I get a waterfall and doesn't really do anything. And yeah, the second outrage from that Clefable, that rampaging Clefable, is going to take me down. But at least he's confused now. I bring in my Clefable. It has download too, and I get a boosted attack boost. And he gets an ominous wind, which is luckily it doesn't affect any of my Pokemon. And I get a Brave Bird, which after the attack boost is going to do a nice amount. And then Kecleon gets a Stone Edge, and that's taking down that Ambipom. And I get a little bit more luck when his Clefable gets hurt on its confusion, hits itself, it does a decent amount of damage. He brings in a Miltank, and it gets a Dragon Dance, which is kind of annoying because Miltank has pretty good speed. It's like 90 base, and then it has nice attack too, so whatever. He gets a Safeguard up. That's his Clefable's last contribution to the team because I kill him right afterwards with a Thunderfang. So we're both down to our last pokes, and he gets a Teeter Dance. I get a Teeter Dance on my Clefable, and I confuse everybody except the Miltank that's coated with a Safeguard, which is yay because all his Pokemon are coated with Safeguard, so I really just hurt myself there. But no worries. I bring in my Miltank, and I get a useless mean look because those are his last two Pokemon, so he won't be going anywhere. Then he goes and gets a Tail Glow, and that, you're gonna find that that's what kills me later on. I'm serious, it really changed the course of the game. But I get another funny thing with a Disable on his Miltank, so now it's gonna have to struggle, and it's gonna be hurting itself. And then there's another key play here when his Kecleon gets a Dynamic Punch on my Clefable. It's super effective hit. And now my Clefable's useless, and it's confused, so that kind of sucks. But I guess I deserve it because I kind of was harassing him earlier in the match. So my Clefable goes down, and he Teeter Dances, and again, he's protected from it, while my Miltank gets confused. But I break through, and I hit him with a peck for a small amount of damage. But his struggle's not really doing much to me, and he's taking pretty hefty damage. I break another confusion, and I hit him with his Miltank with the Focus Blast, which is definitely taking it down. But his Kecleon had gotten a Solar Beam, and of course that's hurting me very badly. And now I'm on my last limbs. I get a Hornjole, and if that had hit, that would have been so epic. But it didn't. And I'm hoping for a miracle here, and I get Judgment, most powerful move in the game, which is hilarious. And if that had killed, it would have been a draw, which would have been awesome. But it doesn't, and Sandtomb ends up killing me. But that was an epic match. Just like old times, man. We haven't played in a while, and it was great facing you again. But that was really messed up. But anyway, rate, comment, subscribe, guys. It's an awesome match. All challenges are welcome. Faction Wars, visit me at this website right here. You guys know the drill, and peace.